What is up, everyone, and welcome and happy New Year's Eve, wherever you're listening from, whether you're driving, getting ready for a party, or sitting at home with your family, or spending the night quietly on your own. I am glad that you're here. Tonight, we're saying goodbye to 2025. It's been 12 months, 365 days, millions of moments, big and small. This episode isn't about news headlines or stress. We're going to put that on the sidelines for now. And I have some big news. I am joined with my featured guest tonight, Eric. He was on our episode with the top Halloween movies ever. If you remember him, it's Eric. And we're going to kick that over to him right now just to say a quick hello. So welcome, Eric, to the podcast.
Yo, thanks, Brian. Happy New Year's Eve, everyone. I'm really happy to be here. And I've had a really good 2025 year. I'm not gonna say anything too crazy right now, but Rosalie, she's my life, and she's one, and we've had an incredible year. It was her real first Christmas, setting up the tree. She'd hand me the little ornaments and I put them on.
Man, and I noticed lately I've noticed that she has really grown. She's able to walk now. So you've had some big moments in 2025 that we can talk about. And I'm going to talk about my personal moments that were some ups, that were some downs. And I want you to reflect on some of your moments that were your ups and downs of 2025, 55 minutes before we roll into 2026. So for the next hour, we're going to look at what 2025 gave us. And we're going to talk honestly about some of the challenges. And there was one big challenge personally for me that really hit me these last few months, and it's been difficult, and I personally still can't get over it, but I'm going to reflect on that. We're going to celebrate some personal wins, and we're going to prepare ourselves mentally and emotionally for 2026. So we're going to take a breath, we're going to slow things down, and we're going to close out this year together. So I'm going to ask you, Eric, if you could describe 2025 in 1 year, how would you describe it?
I would say healing, because I had the most serious injury of my life this year. Back in early June, I injured my back at work. I had to go on WSIB, and it was an intense recovery process where I had intense chiro, physio, and possibility of surgery. However, I had a really successful outcome, and I'm back working full time.
Yeah, that's good to hear. Yeah. It seems like you're doing much better now. I know you had quite a bit of struggle with your back. Personally, for me as well, I've had a lot of lower back pain, and I've never experienced it so far. But I obviously get that I'm getting older now, and every day it feels like I've played a football game when I've slept through the night. I've woken up and I'm like, everything just hurts because I'm so old now, and it's just something I got to get used to.
Yeah, once you hit 30, you got to strengthen that core. You got to do those exercises. You got to stay strong, but remain humble.
That's right. And we are going to remain humble. So for me personally, if I had to describe 2025 in one word, the word for me would be resilience, because something happened in September. And if you've watched my YouTube page, something happened that was quite devastating to me and millions of people throughout the world. And I'll reveal what that is shortly, but I don't want to go through that right now. But we are going to cover that. So let's continue here. For some people, it was healing in 2025, and for others, it was challenging. And for many, it was both at the same time. And it wasn't perfect. It wasn't a perfect year. No year ever is. We lose people. We celebrate people. And it was a real experience. And it was a year people learned to set boundaries, reevaluate priorities, and let go of things that no longer worked. And we start choosing ourselves more often as opposed to other people. We set priorities and we set ourselves ahead of other people. So let's think back to January 2025. what would you say about yourself 1 year ago that's different from what you would say you are today?
Well, I'm more experienced. I'm growing with a new child. Like, there's no rule book that you're given when you have a little baby. And every day is a blessing being with her and watching her grow up. I think it's pretty incredible. But yeah, like, these small little moments that you get to spend with someone so special, like, that's what makes life for me. So
Yeah.
even now though, like, I hear her crying. I hope she's doing good. Yeah. We got some guest viewers.
Eric's wife was just in here. She's getting on Eric here. We often remember years by big events, and when you really think about it, it's the small moments that shape us. It's the random conversations and the nights you laughed harder than you expected and the days you made it through when you didn't feel strong. So I'm going to go into what my moment was for 2025. And for me personally, it was September 10th of this year when something devastating happened to me and millions of people throughout the world. And that was the day that Charlie Kirk was at Utah Valley University when he was doing his Prove Me Wrong tour. And tragically, he was shot in the neck and killed in front of people, live on the scene, live to those who were watching. And it was so devastating, and I'm still having a hard time now trying to figure out, like, I'm trying to get over the fact that he's no longer with us. As someone who just went to America Fest in Phoenix, Arizona a few weeks ago, like a week and a half ago, it's been something that's been hard to get over with, and I'm trying to find some kind of message, some kind of positivity through this, and it's hard to make sense of what's really happened, because Charlie Kirk was such a good guy with such a strong message, and he put his families first, his friends first, he put God first, and I still don't understand why he was taken from us in such an awful way. And I understand that there's been a positive message since, but it's been hard to get over, and I still don't understand the whole process of this. And for me, it's still crazy when I roll through my Facebook reels and I still see like videos of Charlie Kirk like debating people. It's been hard to like get over what's happened. So for me, that's my low point of 2025. As far as my high point of 2025, every year in March break, I go to Florida. I love it. I go to Panama City Beach. It's great. The scene there is great. My wife and myself, we have a great time. It's something that we look forward to every year. The weather's great, and that's my up and down right now for me. Eric, how about you? What is your high moment and what's your low moment of 2025?
Well, my high moments are pretty simple. Just getting up every morning, enjoying a good cup of coffee, seeing everything, looking outside, enjoying that bright sunshine, staying away from those dark, cloudy days. There's a lot of rain this year, a lot of freezing rain. Didn't like that. Ruined some travel plans. We go to Chatham a lot in Ontario for family visits.
The
and
driving
stuff. A lot
has
of driving.
been awful, man.
Yeah, we gotta watch out.
The lake
for that
effect.
Stuff. Yeah.
We catch a lot of lake effect snow. So, like, if you're in the London area right now, you're getting hammered with snow. We're getting hammered with snow. Southern Ontario, close to Windsor's getting hammered with snow. So, it definitely makes travel difficult.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, the weather right where we are, close to Sarnia, Ontario, it's usually pretty nice, but as soon as you head east towards London, in between that Wyoming, Strathroy area, you get hit with these heavy snow squalls, big storms. You're not going to make it. I remember once I thought I was actually going to die because the snowstorm was so bad. There's probably like a foot of snow coming down this intersection south of the 402. It was backed up, maybe like 30 cars from this intersection. And I'm like, I'm waiting here 20 minutes. I'm going to be stuck here all night unless I do something. I had to cut the lane, went down, and just bypassed all these cars and got over and got out of there. And I guess there was an accident, and this EMS ambulance trying to get through. I'm like, man, it's gonna be hard for you guys.
Yeah, it's tough,
So
man.
Canada, it's not necessarily
That's right.
the best place to live. I'm gonna tell you.
Amen. Yeah, it's
But-
tough. The
But
roads are
yeah,
tough.
you gotta be tough if you're gonna be Canadian.
That's right.
Yeah.
You have to be ready to deal with whatever life
Yeah.
throws at you. I would say in the last few weeks we've seen rain. We've seen actually the other night it was like 14 Celsius, which is like 58.
Isn't that
Fahrenheit.
nuts? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy. We don't usually expect that weather.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
December, yeah.
And then by the morning it's like -3 Celsius in Canada. So we're seeing like all 4, maybe 3 seasons all within a 24-hour period. So it's pretty crazy what we're dealing with. And that's typical of Canada weather, especially when we're by the Great Lakes. So when we look back at 2025, it wasn't easy for everyone. Some of the things you might have dealt with were stress, burnout, loss, and
The economy.
the economy.
yeah, look at grocery store prices.
That's right. Yeah,
Nuts.
yeah. There's a lot of things that we can't afford right now. You might have dealt with burnout, uncertainty. You might not know what's going to happen. You're maybe living day to day, and your big life changes in ways you've never planned for. But here you are. You're here for another year, and we're glad you're with us today. That matters. You matter, and we're glad that you are here. When it comes as like life as a YouTuber right now, growth isn't loud. Sometimes it looks like we're getting up when no one's watching. Like right now, I feel like no one's watching, but it's part of the process of being a YouTuber right now. So if 2025 tested you, just know this. You handled way more than you think you did. And one of the most powerful things about time is that it changes us quietly. We don't recognize it when it's happening, but it's certainly going on every year. In 2025, many people learned to say no without guilt, to value peace over chaos, and to stop chasing approval. Do what's best for you. Honestly, when it comes down to it in this world, do what's best for you, because what matters to you and things that are your priority are what matter most. Put yourself first. If you're in a family, put your wife and your kids first. Would you agree with that?
Brian, I totally agree with that.
Thank you.
Actually, hearing that, it makes me think of this movie I recently watched. I got to do a little shout out for my father-in-law.
For sure.
Thanks, Al Montgomery. I watched The Roof Man. Such a good movie. Channing Tatum, main actor, he goes and like he's been discharged from the army. He's trying to support his family, and he ends up committing crimes by stealing from McDonald's and other fast food chains. But it's based on a true story. Really good watch on Amazon Prime. I highly recommend watching that, and it just goes to show that there are still like good people in the world no matter what.
For sure. Absolutely. I know it's times like that where you feel like, as low as moments might feel, there are still moments of hope that be like, okay, this is going to give me hope to move on. And that's what we got to keep with us no matter what. And before the clock hits midnight, there's something important to do. Think of it as a reset button. Let go of the mistakes you cannot change, expectations that weren't fair, and guilt that doesn't serve you anymore. It's a refresh button. It's a reset button. At midnight tonight, I want you to hit it. You're allowed to move forward in a lighter mood. You don't have to bring everything from 2025 into 2026, okay? That's what we want you to do from the Border City Kids, from myself and Eric to you. We want you to reset it, and let's think about what's ahead. 2026, it doesn't need pressure. It doesn't need unrealistic goals. It doesn't need intention. Instead of resolutions, why don't you think about how you want to feel? Why don't you put yourself first? You like that? What kind of energy do you want to protect? And who do you want to be present for, including yourself? Who are you living for? What is your message and what do you represent? Hope doesn't mean everything that'll be perfect. Okay, there's always going to be flaws, but we can always try to be the best that we can be. And it means that you're willing to try again. And that's the powerful message. So as we let the final moments of 2025 slip away, remember this. You did the best that you could in 2025 with what you had. and that was enough. Wherever this year found you, it didn't define you. It prepared you for the future. So here's to growth, here's to cooling and healing and moving on in the best way possible, and here's to the joy that we haven't felt, but we're hoping to in 2026. So, from myself and Eric, we wish you a happy new year and welcome to 2026. We're not going to be around for midnight, but we are glad that we're here for it. So cheers, happy new year. And from the Border City Kids podcast to you, thank you for being here. Happy new year. And I'll let you finish it off, Eric.
Sounds good, Brian. Happy New Year,
Happy
guys.
New Year, guys.
Woo!
Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. We'll see you soon. I have a couple new videos coming out. Happy New Year. Happy 2026.